It look like I'm breaking shit down on this. Like I was straight breaking shit down. All right, most high in Christ. Let's get it again. All right, shit, clap it up. All right, it's like we're starting a little late. Start your scripture breakdown. Priest and Captain Gadar. Before we start, man, y'all got any questions y'all want to use? Y'all want to bring out? Salakia? I gotta ask.
Concern. So after slavery, I've been talking to like an older sister, right? And she's like, oh yeah, I understand demons and stuff like that. But just recently, I guess one of her relatives passed away,
right?
And she's like, man, before the same day that he passed away, we heard like this whistle that he makes, and he's like, and then my mom's like, oh, it's probably your uncle, go check it, but come to find out that he had passed away, but his daughter, she's like, she's into like that superstition with the ghost, but she wants to know like how can she explain that whistle that they heard, that it sounded like the uncle, but the uncle had passed away.
Right. So she said basically it's like a ghost. She tries, it's like a ghost.
Yeah, but she says that she agrees with me because I was telling her about demons and stuff. She's like, I agree with the demons and things like that. She's like, but how can I explain it to my sister? Because my daughter. And my daughter be watching all them super paranormal videos.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, the ghosts, these items be moving and things like that. So she's like, how can I explain it to my daughter? She's like, because I told her about the classes she's like, well, she's like, I don't know if I'm, spiritually enough to go into the class, you know what I'm saying? But she's like, if you could ask for me, you know what I mean? So I was gonna say, sir, if there's like, how can I explain that to her?
I got you. All right, no sweat. It's more okay. One of those things is like, we went over there before, right? It's like, let me see what our superstitious breakdown real quick. It's like familiar spirits, or when I say familiar spirits, it's like most of the time when someone believes, like someone you love, right? Someone you love and something to remind you of them as a whistle, or maybe it was your grandmother's rocking chair or your father's, car or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Those things right there, like it just be what's in your mind.
Right.
Mostly. You know what I mean? It's like mostly what's in your mind. It's nothing that's actually happening.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like those things that it's just like you love a person so much or you remember the person so much that you're holding on to something. You said her daughter hears the whistle.
No, she said that I think they were at her mom's house and they heard it.
Who heard it?
The grandmother and her, I believe so.
Oh, okay.
But
got you.
Since the uncle passed away, and I guess they were talking about that whistle. So she wants to explain to the daughter like that whistle was not the uncle, but it was just because I told her about the familiar spirit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I was like, let me not, go into it until I, ask Kat. You know what I'm saying? But she's like, how can I explain it to my daughter?
Right.
You know what I mean? That it I don't know if it was like a demon or
Yeah.
Spirit.
It's just like it's not the uncle. You feel me? It's not the uncle. Like you gotta ask, did they have how close was their relationship with the family, with the uncle? Okay. You know what I mean? Like I said, when you miss somebody, you want to believe it's that. You want to believe they're around.
Okay, so she said that same day that he passed away, they heard it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he hadn't they didn't know that he passed away.
So it was like a last whistle, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like they could have heard a whistle, but doesn't mean it was his.
Right.
You feel me? It just could have been a coincidence, but it's not him.
Okay.
You know what I mean? What you want to bring out, it wasn't him, or maybe it was him. He probably blew the whistle knowing he about to die. How'd he die? Was he around the corner?
No, I think it was from Kobe.
Oh, it's from Kobe.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Who knows? But it ain't. I thought it was more of a ghost thing, but they probably did hear a whistle, but the whistle wasn't him. Was he around?
I didn't go into the details.
Ask her.
Like really brief.
Yeah, ask her like, was he like in the backyard?
Okay.
You feel me? Like how close was he? Like, or was he in a different city? You know what I'm saying? I would ask those things, but if they trying to relate it to like some type of supernormal or what's that called? Paranormal thing. Let's stay away from that. All right. All right. So I would just go into that and just show her how, you know what I mean. Those things aren't real. Go ahead.
So like you said, it'll be the familiar spirit breakdown, right?
Yeah, it'll be that breakdown.
Okay.
Any other questions? Let me know if there's questions online too.
Come, sir.
Good to go?
Come.
All right, Most High in Christ. Brother said he got no sound. And if y'all don't have a sound now, I think we good now. But put a one if you do. You know what I mean? Can you hear on there?
Come.
Solid. All right, questions. Oscar, I know you had your question.
So which one?
2000, bro, you wanted that?
Yeah, if I could, sir.
All right, no sweat. And no other questions, right?
No,
All right, let's go into it, right? So y'all heard about the 2000 breakdown before, right? Y'all heard the breakdown?
I heard it before. Yeah, I heard it several times. Like,
You know what that is? You know what that is? Not to say.
my answer.
All right, I'll give it to you. So like in the UPK back in the day, they would teach that in the year 2000 Christ was coming back, right? So fake Israelites use that against us or people from the school back in the day that say that we're false prophets. They say that you false prophets, y'all said the 2000 breakdown, Christ didn't come back in the year 2000, right? But I'm gonna prove to you today that what the prophet said, well, his name was Ariyah, he was correct. He was correct in his saying that Christ was going to come back in the year 2000. And we're going to prove it today in the Bible, all right?
Come.
All right, no sweat. Let's get it. Let me get Hosea 6:2. So you might hear that. You're like, oh, but ain't y'all the same? Because mind you, there's Israelites now, you know what I'm saying, who are under those groups that from those brothers who was in that, you know what I'm saying, in that school back then. So like you got GMS cats, IUIC cats, they all believed it. They all believed the 2000 breakdown, Y2K and all that. We won't go into it, all right?
Come.
Let me know when you got it.
Come.
Hosea 6:2, go ahead.
The book of Hosea, chapter 6, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
After 2 days will he revive us.
After how many days?
After 2 days will he revive us.
Break that down. What's the 2 days represent? Go ahead.
Every day to the Lord of 1,000 years.
So what does that mean?
So it'll be in 2000.
You understand?
Come.
In the year 2000, they're supposed to be revived up. That's the breakdown, right? No sweat. So let's go from there, right? Any more on that?
Come.
Go ahead.
In the 3rd day, he will raise us up.
Mm-hmm. In the 3rd day, he will raise us up. Go ahead.
And we shall live in his sight.
You understand that, right? Go ahead, Oscar.
Like I said, so this is the precept that they were using to say that the year 2000 is when Christ is going to come back.
There's a breakdown, but I'll give you that precept first. You know what I'm saying?
Come.
I'll give you that precept first, right? So use this one, right? Then you go to Matthew 24:48. Let's go there. And y'all went over the what a kiss is in the Bible too, right?
Come.
Did we go over that recently?
I remember Jeremiah had broke it down.
You got the breakdown?
Mm-hmm.
I'll go over it a little bit today, all right? I'm gonna go over that, and then at the end of the class, we'll go over addiction and stuff like that, all right?
Come.
And self-control.
Come.
Go ahead,
Matthew 24 and 48, sir?
Yes.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 48.
Mm-hmm.
And if that evil servant shall say in his heart,
Go up a little bit, 46 maybe.
46,
Mm-hmm.
verse 46, blessed that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh,
Go up 2 more.
come. Verse 45,
2 more.
43,
44.
okay, come. Matthew 24 and 44. Therefore, be ye also ready,
Mm-hmm.
for in such an hour as ye think not the Son of Man cometh, whom then is a faithful and wise servant.
You understand that? So while they was teaching that the year 2000 breakdown, they also taught what? Always be ready. Go ahead, calm down.
Okay, concept. I was going to say that.
Yeah, they always taught you never know when Christ will come. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
They also taught that too, right? And the Bible just said, "Be ye therefore ready."
Okay.
You know what I mean? You got to be ready. How do you live your life? How should you live your life? Go ahead.
Serving Yahushua?
That's correct, but in this context, how should you serve your life? I mean, live your life. Go ahead.
as if Christ coming back today.
There you understand?
Come on.
If you can discipline yourself enough to live your life like that, you should have no fear in the world. You understand?
Come on.
If you can live your life like Christ will come back today, Christ will come back tomorrow, then you have no reason, you have no time to even think about sinning. You got no time to do something evil. Like think about how much energy and how much discipline it takes to do the correct thing or the right thing all the time. You understand? All the time. You might have 12 different times in your day where you have to make the right decision or do the right thing and be honest. You understand? And even when you do those things, you feel like you get no credit, but the Lord is giving you credit for your consistent, good decision making. And that's how you should be. You should be a consistent, good decision maker. Don't be a brother who allows your life to be swayed off of good and bad decisions. Won't you just make the good decision, the right decision, the honest thing, the thing that the Lord wants you to do? If you could do that option every time, you'd be solid. It sounds easy. I mean, it sounds easy. And it should be easy for you if you live your life like Christ is coming back today, right? Keep going. Like, so now, mind you, if you knew when Christ is, if we said October 19th, Christ is coming back, how would you live your life? Go ahead.
You would live it like he was coming today.
Yeah, you'd be perfect. You'd be the most outstanding brother, wouldn't you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You make all the camps. You try to do you give all the tithes. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you live your life. But if you got a Christian mindset, you'll live your life with grace or mercy, right? You live your life like, I got time to get right. Man, the time is now, right? And this is what he was saying about this brother. Read 44 again.
Oh God. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not the Son of Man coming.
Right. Go ahead.
Whom then is a faithful and wise servant.
Go ahead.
Whom his Lord has made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season.
Keep going.
Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing.
You'll find so doing. When the Lord cometh, he find his servant what? Doing what? Doing what? Comment up.
The work.
The work. Blessed is the man when Christ come back and he find you what you're doing the work of Christ. You're doing the work of the Lord. He want to see you working. Keep going.
Okay. Verse 47. Verily I say unto you, that he shall make him ruler over all his goods.
Keep going.
But if that evil servant.
So now let's go back to the story of when brothers left the school. Some people say when the school split, it's really brothers left the school. You understand? Once you leave the ISU, create another group, you left the school. Ain't no split. They say it's split because so many people left with one brother. You know what I'm saying? That brother's dead now. You know what I mean? He is dead. That Israelite group is in shambles. You understand? And the One West is still standing, still here, strong too. Right. You know what I'm saying? So now, that's what happened to him. He left. He took them cats with him, and that cat is dead now. He died in jail. Died in prison. Right? So now, he's saying, what about this evil servant?
Come. But, and if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming.
My Lord delayeth his what?
Coming.
My Lord delayeth his coming. You understand that? That's what he said. That's what that evil servant would say. You would think that Christ would come back in year 2000, but the Lord delayed his coming. In him delaying his coming, what happened? What happened? Go ahead, come up.
They fell out.
Not only did they fall out, what else happened? I score.
Commander Junior Yohana came into the truth.
Commander Yohana was already in the truth. But who did come into the truth? Go ahead.
We started coming to.
Yeah, I'm here. You here. You're here, and you're here.
Right.
Because the Lord delayed his coming. If he would have came in 2000, we would never found the truth. You get what I'm saying? But he said that evil servant, he said, my Lord delayed his coming. And when the Lord delayed his coming, how does the servant act? Keep going.
Come on. 49. And shall begin to smite his fellow servants.
And he begins to smite his fellow servants. Go ahead.
And to eat and drink with the drunken.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him.
You understand that? And that's what's going to happen. That's what happened to Ariel. When Ariel was telling everybody that in the year 2000 Christ is coming back, brothers was going crazy. Right? Go ahead.
So like I was going to say, is that the reason why like the fake Israelites have that spirit of the 2/3?
Yeah, hell yeah. We don't go there.
Concept.
We don't use it. Now the 2/3 is biblical. You get what I'm saying? But no one knows who the 2/3 are. You understand? No one know. We don't know who the 2/3 are. We don't know who the 1/3 is. Right. All we know is that we got to endure to the end. Go ahead.
It's like, can you quickly break that down real quick? With the 2/3 are and stuff like that.
I got you. Let me finish this real quick, right? So now back then, Ariel was telling the year 2000 that the world was going to end when Christ is going to come back, and he didn't. What did these cats start to do? They start to smite their fellow servant. They start to make him feel like he was a false prophet. You understand? When really he did what the Lord told him to do. You understand? I'm gonna show you a story in the Bible where another brother had that same burden, but he did what the Lord told him to do. And in him doing that, what happened to the brothers who stayed in the UPK? They changed. They began to live their life like Christ was coming back in 2000. And when they trained themselves to live like that, the brothers who stayed continued living like that. You get what I mean? It did wonders for them, right? It turned them into something, different. Because you really truly believe that, and then you stay because you know the Bible, because you understand the Bible. And the Lord wanted more of us to get in here. That's the whole thing. The Lord wanted us to be here so we can go get it. Now we in the truth. All right. Now let's go from there, right? Let's go to, I got you in 1 second. Let me get Jonah 1:1. So now the 2/3, 1/3 thing, right? 1/3 of the nation of Israel is going to get to the kingdom of heaven. 1/3, that's is that including the 144? I want to say it is including the 144. Let me double check that. I think it's not. I got to double check. But it's 144,000. Let's say they're separate. It's still 1/3 of Israel that's going to get the kingdom of heaven. And they don't have to be in the truth. The Lord is just going to pick who he wants to be there. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have mercy on who he will have mercy on. You know that precept, right? That's in Romans, right? He's going to have mercy on who he want to have mercy. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to pick the people who's going to be able to get the kingdom of heaven. You know what I'm saying? Maybe these are people who looked out for the priests or put in some type of funds or, cook for a brother, anything. You know what I'm saying? That help the priest or whatever, or the Lord just sees something in him that he wants. Those are the 1/3. Now the 2/3, they will die here. They would die here in America.
The 3/3?
2/3, I said. Yeah, they would die in America. You know what I mean? They'll be gone. And then when they die, they'll come back into the kingdom, be born back into the kingdom. Go ahead.
So like from my understanding, from the way General Muhammad broke it down, it's like we in here because we want rulership. We want dominion. You know what I mean? We want to be the ones governing the earth, right? So wouldn't the 1/3 be the ones that the Most High had mercy on? Yeah. And they'll be like the multitude?
So it is separate. Sorry, so 144 is not part of the 1/3. Okay, that does sound familiar. That does sound familiar. And that is true. Because the 144 is the people who are going to govern the earth. You know what I'm saying? There's another thing gotta remind me about too. Remind me about the fringes. Why we wear fringes and the border of blue. Just remind me after class or at the end of class, and I'll go over that as well, right? But that's I want to say you 99% right, but let me make sure. But yeah, that's correct. So 144 is people who are going to govern, and the rest is the people who the Lord chose. That's what that's talking about. Ashkur, all right? Let's just go on that for now. All right. Now let's go to where was we at? Jonah 1:1.
The book of Jonah, chapter 1, verse 1. Now the word of the Lord came unto Jonah, the son of, is that Amisha?
I'll take it. Go ahead.
Saying, Arise, go to Nineveh,
Uh-huh.
that great city, and cry against it, for their wickedness is come up before me.
Right. So the Lord came to Nineveh and told, I mean, it's a Jonah and told Jonah what? You got to go to Nineveh and go prophesy against Nineveh and tell them that that city is going to be destroyed because of their crime, because of their sins, right? Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 3. But Jonah rose up to flee unto Tarshish from the presence of the Lord and went down to Joppa.
What did Jonah do? Instead of doing what the Lord said to do and going to Nineveh and prophesying against Nineveh, he went to another city to get away from Nineveh so he wouldn't have to prophesy against them. Keep going.
Okay. And he found a ship going to Tarshish.
Mm-hmm.
So he paid the fare thereof and went down into it to go with them unto Tarshish from the presence of the Lord.
Keep going.
But the Lord sent out a great wind into the sea.
Drop to 7.
Come. Verse 7. And they said, every one to his fellow, come and let us cast lots, that we may know for whose cause this evil is upon us.
Right. So I'm gonna give you in retrospect, right? So they on the ship and the ship is rocking and going so hard because the Lord is against Jonah fleeing his job. His job was to go to Nineveh. He's trying to go to another city. So what the Lord did was start a whirlwind in the sea, meaning like a hurricane, to make the boat go crazy. And everybody on the boat's like, damn, what the hell is going on? The Lord is definitely against this boat going to this city. We got to find out why. Let's cast lots, meaning let's gamble, or let's say, I always think about my mind, you know how you pick a straw and whoever gets the short straw is the reason why, or the person that has to do it. Let's say they pick straws. They picked straws and Jonah picked the straw and said, damn, that's on me. Mind you, before they did that, he was on the bottom of the boat hiding, sleeping. That's just like niggas, man. They got problems. They like to just go to sleep. They just go to sleep it off. Don't want to deal with it. And that's what he did. He went to sleep. They woke him up like, hey, man, you gotta come cast these lots. We gotta see why the Lord is against us. So they seen Jonah had the short stick. They said, man, listen, we don't want to do this, but you gotta go. They threw Jonah over the damn boat into the water. The Lord prepared the great, I'm trying to speed it up. The Lord prepared the great fish. No, it never says well. That's what you understand too. He prepared the great fish. The fish swallows Jonah up, and Jonah is in an air pocket in a whale, right? He's not having a good time in there. You know what I'm saying? He's in hell. If you can read that precept. Y'all know that precept, Jonah 2:1 real quick?
Come on.
And then go back and then go to 17.
Come on. The book of Jonah chapter 2 verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Then Jonah prayed unto the Lord his God out of the fish's belly, and said, I cried by reason of mine affliction unto the Lord, and he heard me out of the belly of hell.
Out of the belly of what?
Out of the belly of hell.
You understand that? He prayed in hell. If you tell a Christian that, how you pray in hell? Right? This is hell, because hell is a condition. He was in the damn fish, all right? You know how horrible that has to be?
Oh God.
And you're in an air pocket of a fish. You can't survive in a fish. You know, acid's gonna, get to you and all that. You're in an air pocket and you can barely breathe. You know what I mean? He's praying to the Lord like, the Lord said that this is what happens when you run from your job. That should warn you as a priest of God that when you have a job to do, this is what you have to do. The Lord will make it really bad for you. Then you have to beg your way out of it just to go do the work you should have been doing already.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? That's what happened to Jonah. Jonah was like, man, please get me out of here. I'll never do this again. Right? So now take me to 17 real quick. Let's read that.
Come. The book of Jonah chapter 1, so I get 1 and 17?
Yeah, 1 and 17.
Come. The book of Jonah chapter 1 verse 17. Now the Lord had prepared a great fish.
Go ahead.
To swallow up Jonah. And Jonah was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights.
He's in there 3. You know how long that is? Damn.
Man.
I forgot how long. 3 days and 3 nights. Bruh. Listen, you can't go more than 3 days without getting water. The Lord said, listen, I'll bring you to the brink of death.
Man.
You get what I'm saying? So go ahead.
He's probably drinking stomach.
And throwing it up. You know what I'm saying? Drinking it and throwing it up. You know, that has to be psychological pain to be in a body of water and can't drink it.
That's traumatizing.
Yeah. All right, now take me to Jonah 3:1.
The book of Jonah chapter 3 verse 1.
Uh-huh.
And the word of the Lord came unto Jonah the second time, saying, Arise, go unto Nineveh, that great city, and preach unto it the preaching that I bid thee.
Right. So he's saying, go unto Nineveh, that great city, and do what I told you to go do from the beginning, right? Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 3.
Go. Tell me to verse 4.
Okay. Verse 4. And Jonah began to enter into the city a day's journey. And he cried and said, Yet 40 days, and Nineveh shall be overthrown.
Say it again. In 40 days, that what?
And it's like it. Yet 40 days, and Nineveh shall be overthrown.
In 40 days, Nineveh is going to be destroyed. The Lord is coming to Nineveh because of your crime, because of your sins, because of your failure to serve God. The Lord is going to destroy this place. That's what he's saying to the city of Nineveh. Right? Keep going.
Oh, God. Verse 5. So the people of Nineveh believed God.
They what?
Believed God.
They what?
Believed God.
What's this sound like? What's that sound like?
All right.
Right? Keep going.
Oh, God. And proclaimed a fast and put on sackcloth, from the greatest of them even to the least of them.
So he went to the city of Nineveh, and he blazed on Nineveh. He blazed on Nineveh so bad that the people of Nineveh repented. They changed. They changed their life. You understand?
Oh, God.
They changed their life. They was no longer sinning because the Lord said that he was going to destroy it in 40 days. And he told Jonah to go do it. Right? Now take me to chapter 4, verse 2.
Oh, God. The book of Jonah, chapter 4, verse 2. And he prayed unto the Lord and said, I pray thee, O Lord, was not this my saying when I was yet in my country? Therefore I fled before unto Tarshish. What
is he saying? What was his saying? His saying was he knew this is the reason why he didn't want to go to Nineveh. Why did he didn't want to go to Nineveh, Oscar?
Because he knew they would repent.
Yes, and go ahead.
Because he felt like what he said was wrong. Like he looked stupid because he proclaimed that it was gonna be destroyed at this time period, and it wasn't.
There you go. That's exactly right. Y'all both right. He feels like a false prophet.
Right.
Because he went and told the people that the Lord was going to destroy it. They changed, and guess what? The Lord did not destroy it. Even though the Lord said he was going to destroy it. You understand? Y'all get that, right? That sounds like year 2000, right?
The
Lord said he's going to destroy it. And then guess what? Everyone changes. And they repent. And the Lord says, you know, I'm going to hold off on that. I'm going to hold off on that. I'm not going to destroy it yet. Same thing happened. You know what I mean? What's the difference? Go ahead. You want to say something?
So like, yeah, I was just wanting to add it, that puts in the position for the people who are diligent too, because the ones who say, oh, it didn't happen, so I'm just going to go back to doing what I was doing, those are the weak ones.
That's what happened. Brothers, it didn't happen in 2000, and brothers went to leave. They went to go, you know, they had left and did their own thing. You get what I'm saying? And Jonah said, and this is what happened to Jonah. Jonah began to what? He started to feel depressed. He started to feel like he wasn't worthy. And that's what happened to the brother who was in charge back then, Ariana, right? He started to feel depressed. You know what I mean? The brothers was calling him a false prophet. Brother took advantage of him. You get what I'm saying? This is stories I heard, of course. I don't have no clue, but this is what I heard. So those are things that happened to him. You get what I mean? Because he didn't feel worthy enough. Go coming up.
So there's a sister, Bob Kassad, Yahweh. She says, Salakia, is that any significance of Christ's 40 days in the wilderness?
No. There's no significance to that. That was different. That was about fasting. All right. So now, keep going.
Come. For I knew that thou art a gracious God and merciful.
Go ahead.
Slow to anger and of great kindness.
Go ahead.
And repentest thee of the evil.
You understand that? And he repented from the evil. Keep going.
Come. Verse 3. Therefore now, O Lord, take, I beseech thee, my life from me.
He's saying, man, kill me, man. You hear him, Jonah, like, man, kill me. I'd rather be a dead man than a false prophet.
Right.
You understand? But what did Jonah do? He saved thousands of lives by doing what the Lord said. That burden is sometimes too big for somebody. Imagine you telling everyone that the Lord, that Christ is going to come back. In that, everyone changes their life and becomes a better person, a better servant of God, and the Lord doesn't come and kill them. You feel like, damn, the Lord just used me. You know what I'm saying? The Lord just used me. And then if you have evil servants around you, they'll start to smite you.
Right.
You get what I mean?
No.
They will start to smite you instead of thanking you. You understand?
No.
Instead of thanking you. Right? So this is what happened to the brother. That's why he's gone now. The same reason why Jonah wanted to die. Jonah asked the Lord to prepare him a gourd so he can be in shadows and in dark. A gourd is like a big old pumpkin or squash to cover you. You know what I mean? To be in the shadows. It's like, you know how someone's depressed, they want to be in the dark. They don't want no light and nothing like that. Same thing he was going through. You get what I'm saying? Because of the him feeling like a false prophet when he was a real prophet of God. And I'm gonna prove to you that he's a real prophet of God. Because give me Tobit 14:4. Give me Tobit 14:4. Let me know when y'all got it.
The book of Tobit, chapter 14 and verse 4.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Come on, sir.
Go into Media, my son, for I surely believe those things which Jonas the prophet spake of Nineveh,
Mm-hmm.
that it shall be overthrown.
That should be what?
Overthrown.
Go ahead.
And that for a time peace shall rather be in Media,
Go ahead.
and that our brethren shall lie scattered in the earth from the good land.
Keep going.
And Jerusalem shall be desolate, and
Mm-hmm.
the house of God in it shall be burned.
You understand what happened to Nineveh?
It was destroyed.
It was destroyed. Just like Jonah said. You know what the time period was? About 800 years. About 800 years. I believe. I almost want to say 1,000, but I think it was about 800. Damn, was it 8? I get the proper time. I want to say 8. 8 sounds familiar, 8 or 9. But this is what Jonah was talking about. And then that city was destroyed. You understand? He remembered because he brought up Jonah's name and about the city of Nineveh. Go ahead.
And also too, sir, he says, "For I surely believe."
Yeah.
And like I guess some people didn't.
Exactly. Y'all understand though. So that's the breakdown that I give you. That's the breakdown that I've learned. You know what I mean about the 2000 breakdown. You use that to anybody who comes up against us. You know what I'm saying? And you can use that just to cut them up. Because the Bible, we ain't never wrong in anything.
Right.
Not nothing. There's nothing we don't know about the Bible. I only been here a short time, but the brothers over me have been here forever and took these battles on and battled everybody and cut everybody to pieces. So we ready for whatever comes our way. You know what I'm saying? No sweat. So we're good to go on that, right? Solid. Any questions? All right, let's go over kiss in the Bible real quick. Give me Matthew 26:48. Matthew 26:48. We'll go over kiss, and then we'll go over the reason why we wore fringes and the border of blue, and then we'll go to addiction at the end. All right.
The book of Matthew, chapter 26, verse 48. Now he that betrayed him gave them a sign, saying, "Whomsoever I shall kiss, that same is he.
Go ahead.
Hold him fast." And forthwith he came to Yahushua and said, "Hail, Master," and kissed him. And Yahushua said unto him, "Friend, wherefore art thou come?" Then came they and laid hands on Yahushua and took him.
When you go read what that kiss is, right? Y'all got the Bible dictionary?
I think we have it in here. We should have it in here.
Read the Bible dictionary, right? You want to look up salutation. You want to look up kiss in the Bible dictionary, and you want to look up salutation. All right, no sweat. Y'all should definitely have that in y'all bags, though. You know what I mean? Definitely have it in your bags. 1 second. What call y'all got right now? You got your car?
Concert.
My bag ain't in there. It's in Dr. Wahl's car. All right, we'll hold off on that because I definitely need those definitions. Good night. You don't got one. Nobody got the small Bible dictionary. No, that's all right. Forget it. Forget it. We'll go into the border of blue real quick, all right?
Title concert.
Give me that scripture in what's that, Numbers?
Title concert.
Numbers 15 and 38.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 38.
Mm-hmm.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
Go ahead.
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
Go ahead.
Throughout their generations.
Right. So fringes, right, in the border of your garments, the borders of the outside of your clothing, right? It wouldn't be like, you know how fake Israelites wear the fringes on a t-shirt. That's not a border. You know what I mean? A border would be anywhere with seams. You understand? Seams. That's what give you a border. So now, just the history on it, real quick. That's the only piece we're going to. The history of the blue, right? The blue comes from. I mean, the fringes. The fringes are supposed to remind you of the law. You know, when you have your fringes swaying, they're supposed to remind you that the law. They're supposed to remind you of the law and why you should keep the law. And the reason why it's blue is because blue represents the law in our culture, and people stole that. People stole that, and you see it today because cops wear blue, right? Cops wear blue. A lot of laws, you know what I mean, or a lot of lawgivers or lawmakers always do that. They have that blue thing. It's the cops mostly because they got the blue. What's that called? Blue Lives Matter. The Blue Lives Matter thing and all that. So that's where you get that from. Just remember, just put that in your mind. Have that in your notes. That blue. You know what I mean? That's our culture. That's where it came from, was the Bible. That's where you see cops wearing that today, all right? No sweat. Let's go into addiction. Oh, Salaki, the brother sent it to me. 1 second. Solid. I got it right here. Now let's go into the kissing, right? Matthew 26 and 48. Y'all read that, right? Read through 50?
No,
all right, go back to 49.
The book of Matthew, chapter 26, verse 49.
Mm-hmm.
And forthwith he came to Yahushua and said, Hail, Master, and kissed him. And Yahushua said unto him, Friend, wherefore art thou come? Then came they and laid hands on Yahushua and took him.
Remember, Judas betrayed the Most High. Betrayed Christ. Remember, with a kiss. And people are always signify that kiss with actual kissing. It wasn't a kiss. He saluted him.
Oh, God.
You understand? He saluted him. Keep going.
Oh, God. Verse 51.
Oh, that's it. All right, no sweat. Now you take me from 50. Take me to 1 Samuel 18 and 1.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 18, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass, when he had made an end of speaking unto Saul, that the soul of Jonathan was knit with the soul of David.
Right. These two brothers was like brothers beyond measure. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have a brother in the school that you do school work with. You know what I mean? Y'all have a professional relationship and there's nothing to it. As long as y'all do the Lord's work, Lord's business, that's good. Now you got some brothers who you do the Lord's business with and you hang out, you kick it, you enjoy each other's company. You know what I mean? To another level, like David and Jonathan. You know what I'm saying? You got some brothers who you just really friends and close with. You know what I'm saying? And that's their relationship. Keep going.
Oh, and Jonathan loved him as his own soul.
Mm-hmm.
And Saul took him that day.
Go ahead.
And would let him go no more home to his father's house.
Mm-hmm.
Then Jonathan and David made a covenant because he loved him as his own soul.
Go ahead.
And Jonathan stripped himself of the robe that was upon him and gave it to David.
Right. A lot of fake Israelites or Christians or conscious community cats, they said they got gay. They got gay in front of each other. See, he kissed them and took his clothes off, and it's because they're gay. You get what I mean? Only men don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And more important, you got undergarments. Like if I was to take off my garment, I still would have pants on and a shirt on. You get what I'm saying? Go ahead, Commodore.
So like I said, like going into the fringes, you know how we got this kind of ties in with this too.
Mm-hmm.
Like going into the fringes, how we wore them on the borders of our jeans.
Right.
Now, you know that one that we had with the fake Israelite came to the camp.
Uh-huh.
Did we wear pants back in these times?
Okay.
Did they exist? I remember I heard it one time.
Ephods. It's something similar to pants.
The ephod is not the thing that they wore on the...
Nah, like it could be undergarments.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Nah.
It could be undergarments, but I was referencing today, but you were saying, do we have pants?
Yeah, I was gonna say, did we wear? Because you know how you said like he took like you know what I mean, like his outer
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and then he still had his clothes.
Right.
But I was you know, because the fake Israelite, he's like, man, you know, we didn't wear pants back in the days,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't remember back in the day.
What was they wearing?
Yeah, he was wearing pants. He was wearing pants. But I was gonna say, I remember, I can't remember if it was like the Irish speaker. I remember somebody had pulled a scripture that said that we did wear pants. I was gonna say, I just wanted to run it by you. Like, did we wear pants?
We had like something similar to pants, I believe. You know what I mean? But you can read it in Deuteronomy, the 22nd chapter. That's where I think they get it from.
Okay,
I think that's where they get it from. So why?
Ecclesiastes speaks on there is nothing new under the sun. Pants will go under that too, right? No.
That new thing under the sun was always a person.
Oh, okay.
It's always a person. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want to. It says that in the scripture. So I gotta see for sure. But I want to say we had pants, something similar to pants. It wasn't like jeans. You know what I'm saying? But some men wear. You know what I mean? Like warrior stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I'll make sure. But keep going where we at.
End of verse 4.
Oh, give me Samuel 20 and 41.
The book of Samuel, chapter 20, verse 41.
Uh-huh.
And as soon as the lad was gone, David arose out of a place toward the south and fell on his face to the ground,
Mm-hmm.
and bowed himself 3 times, and they kissed one another.
And they what?
And they kissed one another.
So now let's get kiss in the Bible dictionary, right? So I'm gonna read it for you right now. Kiss in the Bible dictionary. 1 second, damn it. So a kiss in the Bible dictionary. The kiss had a more formal character in connection with a blessing or the anointing of a king. Friends kissed. The act might be pretense, right? Kissing was an act of worship towards heathen. Oh, it's like it's different. 1 second. Righteousness and peace and unite. Will unite to bless, restore. Kissing may be the Lord. 1 second. The kissing songs. Okay, that's what you want right there. The kiss had a more formal character in connection with a blessing. That's what we do when we see each other. We kiss each other. We bless each other. When we salute each other, that's what we do, right? Now, in the Hebrew, is nashak. Kiss means nashak, right? So I'll get this right here. One second. Am I skipping ahead? Salutation, right? I need the precept first. Give me Luke 10 and 4. Luke 10 and 4. And I'll look up salutation real quick. I'll read salutation, right? Hold on, I'll read salutation. Salutation. A greeting given either orally or in writing Greetings in the Bible sometimes included acts as well as words. A profound obeisance or prostration, a kissing of the hand, kneeling, falling upon the neck of another, braces. Every situation in life had its own salutation, right? So in salutation, this is more touching. You get what I mean? It's about a touch, right? So now read that for me.
Come on. The book of Luke, chapter 10, verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
Carry neither purse nor scrip,
Go ahead.
nor shoes, and salute no man by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And into whosoever house ye enter.
Go ahead.
First say, peace be to this house.
Go ahead.
And if the Son of Peace be there, your peace shall rest upon it.
He told his brother, don't even touch nobody. Don't salute nobody. Why? Because saluting can take forever. He wanted him to go do something there. Imagine you got 30 brothers outside and you got an Shalom Yabashta. Shalom Yabashta. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
He said, don't even worry about that. Just say, hey, peace be on to you. You know what I mean? He didn't want nobody doing it because it's going to take too much time. Salutation is about touching, right? So now let's bring it in today's term. We talk about kissing, right? When I say, when you're parking a car, right? You park in a car, what people say about that curb, the curb and parking, right? You ever heard kissed it off? He kissing the curb. You know what I mean? Or you in basketball, you kissed it off the glass. That's the term that we're speaking on, not actual kissing. The problem is white people break it down to you and you believe what white people say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because white people have no soul. They have no, no dealings with the Bible in the sense of context or slang. You get what I'm saying? That's how we talk. You know what I mean? Kiss it off the glass, kiss it off the curb, or kissing the curb. Give me one more kiss. What's another one? I think that's it, right? There's a couple other ones that people use, right? And I'm gonna show you some slang in the Bible, right? Let me get this. Pull me this, right? Pull me Deuteronomy 32 and 15. And then someone pull me Leviticus 26 and 26. I'm gonna show you some more slang in the Bible.
Like because the wife said he had the slang for the kiss.
Go ahead. What's it?
Kissing ass, sir.
Nah, that's actual. That's actual.
But I mean, usually when they use that term, they ain't really kissing ass. They just.
I get what you're saying. I'll tell you. I guess you could say that. Yeah, kissing ass. Kissing ass, nigga. Go ahead. 32 and 15. Who got it?
The book of Deuteronomy. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 15.
Yeah.
Verse 15. And the Lord appeared in the tabernacle in a pillar of a cloud.
Mm-hmm.
And the pillar of the cloud stood over the door of the tabernacle.
This is Deuteronomy 32 and 15?
Salaki, that's 31. Salaki.
No, sorry.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
But, Salaki, Jeshurun waxed fat.
Jeshurun.
Uh-huh.
He waxed fat. Go ahead.
And kicked thou and Salaki, and kicked. Thou art waxing fat.
Mm-hmm.
Thou art grown thick.
Right. He said he's waxing fat, meaning this. He's living fat off the land. And he's kicking it. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
That's the Bible. He's waxing fat. What does it mean to live fat? To live amazing.
Right.
To have a fat crib.
Right.
Have a fat car. Fat, right? We don't really use that. That's more of an East Coast thing, right? Or back in the day, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you understand the slang, right?
Mm-hmm.
And kicked. And he was kicking it. You get what I mean? He lived an amazing life.
Man.
Waxing fat and kicking it. Right? Now give me Leviticus 26 and 26. This is just you'll hear slang all through the Bible, right? You hear it with the snake in the garden. You hear about the bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. You'll hear what we're bringing out right now, a kiss. Like it's so much things. Give me another one. What's another slang in the Bible? Go ahead. Go ahead, Oscar.
I was gonna say your heart.
Your heart, right? Your heart, meaning your mind. It like things because of how we talk. Like the Lord says, like a 1,000 days. A day is like 1,000 days to him. Or go ahead.
That's all I was gonna say. Lord used like tons of slang.
Right. You know what I
my
mean?
sheep. This is my flock.
You understand? So like you have to have a soul. You have to be in the spirit of this to understand the Bible. You know what I mean? It's like breaking down a rap lyric. You know what I'm saying? Like if people that rap, they be saying one thing, they mean a whole nother thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? I heard a brother say something cold. He said, "I feel like Shaq. I should kill y'all niggas." That shit was cold. Well, y'all know who said that? Y'all should look that up. It was some rapper. You sound familiar, right?
Kanye.
He said,
Is that Kanye?
I don't know. He said, "I should kill y'all niggas." I forget who that was. But it's a lot of rap bars. That was just a week, but there's a lot of rap bars that rappers use. You know what I mean? And it's like a double entendre. You know what I mean? You got to break down the bars. You know what I'm saying? What's that cat name? What's that brother name, man? He battled JC like a while ago. He from Boston.
Is it Bridge Boston?
Nah, it's a black dude.
It's like that's the brother you showed me where he says Caribbean.
Yes, that nigga there, crazy. But you get what I mean. What I'm saying is we talk with slang. That's our spirit. That's who we are. Even when the brothers walked into Egypt with 70 souls, you know what I'm saying? That's means 70 people. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how we talk. Now, who got Leviticus?
26 and
26 and 26.
26 and 26. Come on. Caribbean. What, Caribbean?
Yeah.
Man, I'm trying to remember.
I bring heat to the Caribbean. That's what he said.
Man, okay.
Yeah. It was like one of my favorite battle raps of all time. I forget the nigga name. He killed them to me.
Man, that's in the back of my ass. All right. The book of Leviticus.
Was it hot? No, it wasn't. Go ahead.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 26, verse 26.
Mm-hmm.
And when I have broken the staff of your bread, 10 women shall break your bread in one oven.
You understand that? When I have broken the staff of your bread, 10 women's gonna take that bread and bake your bread in one oven. Is that what it said?
Come on.
Keep going.
And they shall deliver you your bread again by weight.
And then they're gonna take that bread and deliver it to you by bread in weight. Go ahead.
Come on. And ye shall eat and not be satisfied.
And you gonna eat and not be satisfied. Go ahead.
So like I was gonna say, that's child support, right?
That's absolutely child support. You get what I'm saying? But that's just another thing to show you how this Bible is a black man's book, a Hispanic man's book. You get what I'm saying? Now this bread is talking about what? Money. And how do we say bread today? I use bread today.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So when you think about those things that see, are they kissing in the Bible? Hell no, they wasn't kissing. That is not One West.
Right.
That is not biblical by no means, like any means necessary. Men never kissed in the Bible that were righteous men or UPK or in the truth that follow the Lord. You understand? Hell no. So anyone that brings those things up, man, if it doesn't store right in your mind, you know it's off. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times I'll hear a precept and I hear something and I'll just be like, hell no. I might not know that breakdown. Like I know it now, but before it was times I didn't know a breakdown. And I'd be like, hell nah, that ain't like I don't know that breakdown, but that's off. You know what I'm saying? I know that's off because that ain't even the spirit of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So you take that, man, you break that down, you put in your notes, y'all leave that for any cats, any homosexuals that come against us, all right? All right, solid. We're good on that, right? Let's get into addiction. Let's get into addiction. Oh, one more thing for that year 2000 breakdown. Give me Haggai. Is it Haggai? Haggai 2 and 9.
The book of Haggai, chapter 4, verse 9.
2 and 9.
Sir. The book of Haggai, chapter 2 and verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
The glory of this later house shall be greater than
latter house.
the glory of this latter house shall be greater than of the former.
Break it down.
Talking about the glory of this latter house, talking about the ISUPK will be greater than the former, meaning better than the brothers who left.
Perfect. Y'all understand? That's biblical. That's biblical. You know what I mean? The brothers here now is the ones that matter. You might hear some cats, man, I was back there in 1993, and I mean, I was here before y'all. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, no one cares how long you've been in it. You know what I mean? Well, all that matters is if you're still in it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You can be in here 2 days, man. The Lord's gonna respect that. You could be in here 30 years, man. You're gonna have an amazing seat. You get what I'm saying? But if you leave after being here 20 years, man, what does it matter? You're gone. You didn't endure. You know what I mean? All right, solid. Let's get into addiction, Aki.
No problem.
Somebody give me addiction in the Bible dictionary. I mean, in a dictionary, so like you. Whenever y'all got it.
Addiction, out of the Merriam-Webster's dictionary, a compulsive, chronic, psychological, or
a compulsive, chronic, psychological. Go ahead.
Sociological.
Oh, sociological. Go ahead.
Or psychological need for a habit-forming substance, behavior, or activity having harmful physical, psychological, or social effect, and typically causing well-defined symptoms such as anxiety, irritability, tremors, or nausea.
Right. People that have addictions do not have self-control. You understand? When you don't have self-control, you create bad habits, and bad habits turn into addictions. Addictions are not good. If you can be addicted to drugs, you can be addicted to alcohol, you can be addicted to food. It's so many things people can be addicted to. It's not good to be addicted to anything. You get what I'm saying? That is not good to be addicted to anything. That's why it's important to have self-control, which needs you to be needs you being disciplined to pop up in your life. You get what I'm saying? So let's go over some precepts right quick, right? Let me get Proverbs. Oh yeah, that's the weed precept, right? Hold on 1 second. Go ahead, Oscar.
So like it's sir, time check 8:35, sir.
No sweat the water. Give me 1 Corinthians 6:20. So you got those weed precepts, right? Y'all know Proverbs 16:27. Let's go on those 2 weed precepts real quick. Proverbs 16:27 and go to Ezekiel 8:17. Go ahead.
So did you want first sentence?
Yeah, that's the third one we're gonna go to. Salaki. Okay. I wasn't gonna read these, but I was sure to read them just so y'all can have them.
You said Proverbs?
Yeah, Proverbs 16:27.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 27. An ungodly man diggeth up evil.
Go ahead.
And in his lips there is as a burning fire.
Right. And a godly man diggeth up evil, and in his lips is a burning fire. This precept is talking about drugs, right? It's talking about the things that are in the earth that people go and get from the earth to go destroy themselves with, to go be addicted to. You know what I'm saying? How many drugs come from the earth? Damn near all of them. You know what I mean? I think ecstasy is the one that comes from under the sink, right? That's the only one I can think of.
Sorry, you said under the sink?
Under the sink. It's chemicals. You know what I'm saying? Those are chemical products. But if you think about opioids, right? You think about cocaine. You think about marijuana, weed. Give me some more heroin. You know what I'm saying? All these drugs that come from the earth that do serve a purpose. but not the purpose to go and destroy your life.
Right.
You understand? I score.
I would say tobacco, so
Tobacco's from perfect. Another one. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say XC also because XC has heroin, cocaine, and all that stuff in it. It has like a mixture of everything.
Good ones.
Molly too.
Right. Oh, Molly. I mean, and like I said, all these type of different drugs are that is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So now those things destroy our life. You know what I mean? The Lord said, even when they go dig these things up, they put it to their mouth, and at their mouth is a burning fire. You lighten up weed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Coke, you're snorting it. You know what I mean? If you making it hard, you're doing crack.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So now you got all these things that hinder you and put you in a situation where now you're an addict towards a drug. They make crack so strong that people could not ever get off crack. You know what I'm saying? People who, I didn't grow up in the 80s, but his brothers who grew up in the 80s, they seen actual people go from normal to not normal, regular working people. You get what I mean?
Right.
And those things destroyed the community. If you look at weed today, weed is destroying the community.
Right.
How many people now the white man is making so much money off weed now. He got dispensaries, you know what I mean? He pushing that out and all that. But before that, it was brothers and Hispanics selling weed, right? They all in prison.
Right.
Not only for selling, but for fighting over it, for killing over it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how many stories have you heard of someone dying over an ounce of weed or less?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Those things are the reasons why we're at it. It ain't just destroying yourself, but killing someone else over it because it's money, principle, whatever. Now give me Ezekiel 8:17.
The book of Ezekiel chapter 8 and verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
Then he said unto me, hast thou seen this, O son of man?
Right. The Lord is coming to Ezekiel and said, man, have you seen this? Right. Go ahead.
Is it a light thing to the house of Judah that they commit the abominations which they commit here?
He said, it's a light thing to the house of Judah. Who's the house of Judah? Come with that.
The tribe of Judah.
And who else?
So it's talking about the southern kingdom?
Yeah, the house of Judah,
Okay.
remember, is Levites, Benjamites, and Judites. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're going to say?
Okay.
Go ahead, keep going.
For they have filled the land with violence.
They filled the land with violence. This is about 2,000 years ago. And this is the same thing happening now. Over drugs. They filled the land with violence. Keep going.
Come. And have returned to provoke me to anger.
Keep going.
And lo.
And lo. And look. Keep going.
They put the branch to their nose.
They put the branch to their nose. The nose is considered the middle of your face, right? It can be to your nose and to your mouth or to your forehead. You'll hear precepts where, like if you wanted to get a nose ring, they said you can put it like they said something about putting a ring in the middle of your forehead, which is your nose, middle of your face, basically. It's lawful to get a nose ring if you wanted a nose ring. But he said in low, they put it to their nose. You get what I'm saying? I remember when I read this precept, damn, that's hella true. We always smelling weed.
Right.
But then it's the middle of your face. You can smell the weed, smoke the weed, sniff the coke.
Right.
You get what I mean? They fill the land with violence with this thing. They put that branch to the nose, what we call weed tree. Right?
Right.
That's the same thing that was happening, man. Those things cause addictions. Those things cause harm. And prior to popular belief, what? Weed don't cause cancer? Are you kidding me? Weed, any smoke that it goes into your lungs causes cancer. You know what I mean? It can cause you to have bad lungs. Now people would say, well, they give cancer patients weed. Yeah, because they about to die. You know what I'm saying? They need an appetite. That's when it comes permissible. You know what I mean? Now you need the weed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now we are healthy and walking. We don't need the weed.
Right.
You understand?
Uh-huh.
If weed can be good for you if you're sick, you know what I'm saying? Not the smoking, you can eat it, right? You can put it in your tea, whatever you need to do. If you prescribe that with a true sickness, the Lord will respect it. You understand? But the Lord is not going to respect you who's healthy and you said your shoulder hurts. That was my thing when I went to get a weed card when I was in the world. Shoulder. I didn't know. They was like, okay, whatever. Go ahead.
I mean, there was like, so so your back hurts. So,
Right, yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, my back, it's hella crazy. But you know, no, the Lord ain't respecting that. You understand?
Sure.
So now we can go from there, right? Now let's get into the self-control. Give me 1 Corinthians 6:20. Well, this is, I think 1 Corinthians 6:20 is different. Oh, Salakia. I got a whole nother priest. All right, a whole nother breakdown. This is strictly addictions. But give me that one. Give me that one.
Okay. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 20. For ye are bought with a price.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore glorify God in your body.
Glorify God in your what?
In your body.
You can't glorify God in your body when you got drugs in your system. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
You can't. Damn. 1 second. Okay, it's right here. It's the water. Damn, I got about 14. I'm gonna give them all to y'all, even if we don't get to them, right? So y'all can have it in y'all breakdown. Is that it on that out?
Lie, sir.
Keep going.
And in your spirit, which are God's.
And which in your spirit, which are God's. Go ahead.
That's it.
That's it.
20, sir.
Give me 1 Corinthians 3:16.
Okay.
Is this now for the self-control, sir?
No, this is all addiction. I'm gonna give you self-control right after this. Go ahead. Coming up.
So like, sir, what does it mean when it says, and in your spirit, which are God's, like, you know, like God's is powers, right?
Yeah.
What is it? What is that saying?
Okay, like in your spirit, that's where you control everything. In your spirit, like your spirit control is your spirit should control your flesh, not your flesh control your spirit. You need God to control your spirit.
So that's like saying, like, give power unto your spirit and not your flesh.
Perfect.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
God's over you in the spirit realm, not in the flesh. You're over your flesh. The Lord is over your spirit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you take that when you say the Lord is over your spirit, meaning it's you over your spirit, but it comes from the Lord for you to have that strength. You get what I'm saying? Because there is no strength in doing what your flesh wants.
Right.
You get what I mean? There is no flesh, there's no strength in that. Matter of fact, give me Romans 7:18, and we'll get right back to this. Hold where you at though. 1 Corinthians 3:16. Romans 7:18.
The book of Romans, chapter 7, verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
For I know that in me, that is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing.
Right. In my flesh there dwelleth no good thing. Keep going.
For to will is present with me.
The will to do it is present with me. The will to what? Do what my flesh wants? That's present with me. Go ahead.
But how to perform that which is good, I find not.
But how to perform the thing that is good, I find not. The thing that I know, I should do, that's not there with me. Because I want to what? I want to satisfy my flesh. I want to do what my body is telling me to do. But that is not always in agreement with the Lord. You get what I mean? If you want to have sex with a woman, you should have sex with a woman. But you shouldn't have sex with a whore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Those are the things you want to do. You want to what's another thing brothers like to do? I don't know. You want to steal? Don't steal. You want to be a thief? Do not be a thief. Fight that feeling. Fight that feeling. Remember, every time you do something that's against the Lord, you satisfy the demon. That's why the demon leaves you when you're done doing the deed. That's why you feel all guilty and bummed out after you done did your deed. Because you know you was wrong, but you satisfied that demon.
Right.
It's better to live with the demon being unsatisfied so the demon can leave you. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes the demon will leave you, or sometimes the demon will act like he's leaving you and come back in about a couple months to check if you're still strong. You know what I'm saying? So you want to always know to go against your flesh. Go against your flesh when it's telling you to do something that breaks the laws of God or makes you weak in your strength. All right. Let's go back to that. Where we at? You got 1 Corinthians 3:16. What's good, huh? All right, Lord Christ. 1 Corinthians 3:16. Who got it?
I got it right here, sir.
Go ahead.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
Know ye not that ye are the temple of God? Well, your body is your temple. Y'all heard that before, right? Man, you want to be able to eat good. I mean, y'all. I know y'all all eating lawfully. Eat lawfully. That's good. You know what I'm saying? Take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? But if you smoking cigarettes, that's not taking. This is not your body to do it. You don't own your own body. You understand?
Oh, God.
If you smoking weed, you don't own your own body. If people who are suicidal, they hurt themselves. You can't do that. I score.
That's heavy, sir, because not to speak of myself or anything like that, but when I was a kid, my brothers used to smoke.
Mm-hmm.
And as a kid, I would see how they would always have to go back to it. You know what I'm saying? And when I was growing up, I was like, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to have to, like, in order for me just to want to keep, like, not to want to keep going, but in order for me just to be satisfied, I got to come back to, I'm tied to something.
Yeah.
I don't want that, you know? So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't smoke for a while, but then eventually, you know, with the world, it happened, you know? But I noticed that.
Yeah.
You know, you tied to it. Like, you it's like a addiction-based addiction.
Yeah.
You don't do it, you get irritated.
I mean, come on, man. Everybody lived their life, man. Like when you wake up in the morning, you had to smoke weed.
Right.
Before you ate, you had to smoke weed. Before you left somewhere, you had to smoke weed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know brothers. I know a brother told me, said, I used to smoke weed all day, even in the shower.
Yeah.
He said, I used to take a shower. He smoked weed all day. He said, in the shower, he's smoking weed. Got an ashtray right here, bathing up, just smoking the weed. I'm like, damn. That is crazy. And you don't believe that's an addiction? You don't think weed is a drug, a problem? You know what I'm saying? Like, those things are issues, man. You know what I mean? Like, you've been so sober from weed, like you don't know. You know what I'm saying? But another thing too, you can't substitute weed for liquor.
Right.
I'm drinking strong right now, but strong doesn't control me. You get what I'm saying? I'm not about to be up here and fall out. You get what I mean? Can't do that, because even alcoholism is an addiction. You understand? The Lord, remember, all your drunkard. Matter of fact, we're gonna get that in a second, right? Go ahead.
So like I'll wait until we go into that.
No sweat.
Can I ask you that?
Answer. Go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say, so you can't be a drunkard, right?
Yeah.
That's a sin.
Yeah. It's a sin.
So like let's say like every day you take 2 shots before your slavery.
Yeah.
Would that be considering like you replacing like the weed for the alcohol, or you just like taking 2 shots just to relax yourself?
Give me 1 Timothy 1:5, right? Now, some jobs say you can't drink on a job. You know what I mean? It's not a sin to do that. But if you drink alcohol every day, that doesn't make you an alcoholic.
Okay, come on.
You understand?
Is the being drunk
what makes you an alcoholic is when you sin while drinking alcohol.
Okay, come.
If you're a sinner, if alcohol activates the demon in you, you shouldn't drink. You understand? If alcohol activates a demon in you that wants to hurt your brother, you know what I mean, or talk evil about a brother, or go have sex with whores, then you should stop drinking alcohol. You know what I mean? But if you don't have that, then you're fine. But there is some brothers who might have that issue. You get what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So you said 1 Timothy's.
And sisters too. So sleep on women. Women are drunks. People say, oh, they lightweight. No, they're drunks. You gotta be careful with the sister. Go ahead.
The book of 1 Timothy, the book of Timothy, chapter 1, verse 5.
It might be 5 and 1. Let me hear it though.
1 and 5?
Yeah.
Now the end of the commandment is charity.
Yeah, give me 5 and 1.
Oh God. The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 5 and 1.
Mm-hmm.
I keep saying 1 Timothy. Oh yeah, it is 1 Timothy.
Yeah.
Rebuke not an elder.
Damn, that ain't it. Hold on. Might be 1 Peter. 1 second. Someone find me that priest where it says drink a little wine to settle your stomach, right?
Oh God.
Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Oh God. It's 1 Timothy 5:23.
1 Timothy 5:23. The water.
Oh, God. The book of 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 23.
Mm-hmm.
Drink no longer water, but use a little wine for thy stomachs.
You understand? You understand, man? Drink a little wine for your stomach sakes. What is he saying? Crosses out.
Like for your nerves. Like,
Yeah. You want to calm your nerves? You want to relax a little bit, take the edge off? Man, go ahead and throw a shot back. Drink a little wine, man. You get you a little strong. You get what I'm saying? Get you a little alcohol, man. Calm down. You know what I mean? Like I like some brothers, they want to drink a little bit before camp. That's fine.
Right.
That's fine, man. Get you a little, calm down a little bit. Some brothers are nervous as hell. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? But then, like me, I sometimes I might drink before camp, but mostly I don't like it because I haven't ate yet. You know what I mean? I want to eat some food before I started drinking, so I'll probably go to camp. No food, no liquor, I'm good. If I ate some, oh yeah, I need a little something.
Right.
That's just to go. I go a little harder. You get what I mean? But that's what the Bible says. So it's not no sin. It doesn't make you an alcoholic to drink a shot or two before you go to your slavery. I mean, is it the wisest thing? It's on you. If you go to your slavery faded, that ain't good. You get what I mean? But if you going to handle your business, man, I guess. But I know it's mostly against a lot of people's policies, though. So you just want to be careful. All right. Solid. Where we at?
1 Corinthians 3:16, sir.
1 Corinthians 3:16. Go ahead.
1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
Right. Know ye not that you are the temple of God? Go ahead.
And that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you.
And the Spirit of God dwelleth in you. Go ahead.
Verse 17. If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy. For the temple of God is holy, which temple ye are.
Come on, man. You understand that, right? You are the temple of God. Don't destroy your temple, or the Lord is going to destroy you. Right? Give me Galatians 5:17, and someone give me Hebrews 10 and 29.
Come on.
You want the Hebrews after, sir?
Yeah, after.
What was the Galatians, sir?
Galatians 5:17.
The book of Galatians, chapter 5, verse 17. For the flesh lusted after the spirit.
Right. The flesh lusted after the spirit. Go ahead.
That's like it. Lusted against the spirit.
So like it. That sounds better. Lusted against the spirit. The flesh always is attacking the spirit that you want to be in. You, in your mind, you want to be strong. You want to defeat your battle, defeat your enemies. Your main enemy is your flesh, right? Spiritual warfare.
Right.
That's what you go in. That's what you want to deal with for the rest of your life until Christ comes back. Is the warfare against your own self. You know what I mean? To not allow yourself to what? Conquer yourself. You want to be able to conquer yourself.
Right.
If your flesh conquers you, then you're done. But if you're able to conquer your flesh, brother, you'll be able to move mountains. You get what I mean? Any more?
For the flesh lusted against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary to one to the other. And
they're contrary one to another, meaning what? They're at war.
Right.
You understand? Your spirit and your flesh is at war constantly, because those things you want to do always pop up, always stay with you. Right. And you have to think on another level to be able to battle them and beat them down. You get what I'm saying? So that's how you have what? Self-control. Right. Self-control is a major factor in your life in the ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? I'm always thinking about ways I can be more one West, more disciplined, stronger. You know what I mean? Having no weakness. I'm always trying to be better every day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you get an opportunity to be that every day you wake up. So you better go get it. You better go do it. You got to prove to yourself that you was better last week. You get what I'm saying? You ain't proving it to nobody else but yourself. Right. And in doing that, everyone sees it. Everyone notices it. You understand?
All right.
Give me Ecclesiasticus. Oh, it's like you got Hebrews 10 and 29.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 10 and verse 29. Of how much sore punishment suppose ye shall he be thought worthy,
Go ahead.
who hath trodden under the foot the Son of God,
Go ahead.
and hath counted the blood of the covenant wherewith he was sanctified an unholy thing, and hath done despite unto the Spirit of grace.
He did it in spite in the Spirit of grace. Go ahead.
Verse 30. For we know him that has said, vengeance belongeth unto me.
Go ahead.
I will recompense, saith the Lord. And again, the Lord shall judge his people.
Keep going.
Verse 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God.
Man, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. It's a fearful thing, Akim. It's a thing you should consider. You want to say something?
No, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing you should consider. So fall under the judgment of the Lord. That's why it's important to always do what's right.
Right.
Always do what's right, man. Even if, like, sometimes in our life, especially, man, being poor and being in poverty makes us do rash things. You know what I mean? Things that help us survive because we're so poor.
Right.
But we can't live like that. You know what I'm saying? The Lord doesn't honor that. The Lord would rather have you poor than be dishonorable. You know what I'm saying? The Lord rather have you be an honest brother than to be a thief or to be a murderer. The Lord rather have you be that way. He really don't want that from you. He want to see that you can fight battles.
Right.
That's what you want to know. If you can win battles so he can take you to another playing field. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You want to see that in you, and that's what you got to do. Don't allow poverty and oppression to make you and to break your spirit. A lot of brothers in our community and a lot of brothers around us, they gave up on life, give it down by life. That's why they getting high all the time. That's why they go into prison. That's why they do the things they do. It's because they gave up. Oppression and poverty didn't got them. And even though we're in oppression and we're in poverty and we cursed, you know what I'm saying, we still serving God, and that's what we need to do.
Right.
Always. Right? Keep going.
Verse 32. But call to remembrance the former days, in which after ye were illuminated, ye endured a great fight of affliction.
Right. Remember, and man, listen, remember those times when you were illuminated, you endured what?
Great fight.
Great fight.
Of affliction.
And all the afflictions that came to you, you battled them. You did it. You went to war. You fought. Go ahead.
Verse 33. Partly, whilst ye were made a gazing stock both by reproaches and afflictions, and partly, whilst ye became companions of them that were so used.
Right. What is a gazing stock? What does it mean to get? Go ahead.
Like a gazing stock, like it's a group of people that people are looking down on.
Perfect. I'll take it. You are a gazing stock, and you became companions. Go ahead.
Of them that were so used.
Of them that were so used, meaning your brothers in the world, your sisters in the world. Go ahead.
Verse 34. For ye had compassion of me in my bonds, and took joyfully the spoiling of your goods, knowing in yourselves that ye have in heaven a better and an enduring substance.
You understand that? We enjoyed the Lord still, even in our hell. We did that because why? We have hope. You understand? Because we have hope. That's the only thing we have is hope. But it's hope that's going to happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? Most people live with hope. Most people live with wishes, right? We live with hope that we know that this is going to happen. You know what I mean? And even in our condition, we remain the same. That's solid. That's One West. You understand?
Come.
Solid. All right, let's get into these other precepts real quick. Any questions on those? Proverbs 16 and 32. Oh, I did. Ecclesiasticus 31 and 25. The water. It's an alcohol priest. I think it's an alcohol priest. Let me hear it. Ecclesiasticus 31 and 25. Show not thy vanities. That's it.
Valiantness in wine.
Show not thy valiantness. Say it again. Valiantness. Go ahead.
In wine.
In wine. Go ahead.
For wine hath destroyed many.
Mm-hmm.
The furnace proveth the edge by dipping.
Come on, man. Don't be a person that's super courageous off this liquor. Y'all understand that? Y'all heard that, right? Liquid, what's that? Liquid courage, right? Don't be that brother. Don't be a brother that needs liquor to turn you up. You know what I'm saying? Don't be that brother. The Lord is against that type of cat. As you against it. You ever seen a cat that he turn up when he drunk, but he not really like that?
Right.
You like, what are you doing? You want to fight somebody now?
Take a seat, my brother.
Yeah. Like I seen that before. I done seen brothers drink liquor. Now, brothers in the world, I done seen them get liquor so they can do the thing they really wanted to do.
Right.
Or they can fight the person they really wanted to fight. It gets them get to arguing with the person. They've been mad at somebody, so they get this liquor, and now I can argue with you. Right. You know what I mean? The Lord doesn't. That's not valiant. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like that. If you're not like that when you're sober, don't be like that when you're drunk. You know what I'm saying? Solid. That's good. We'll put that in y'all notes as well. All right. Solid. Now let's go to Proverbs 16 and 32. Now these precepts right here are taught to control yourself. This is self-control in the Bible, and we'll break it down. We got time. Yeah, we got time. We got like 17 minutes. We good.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 17, verse 22.
Go ahead.
A merry heart doeth good like a medicine.
A merry heart doeth good like medicine. Go ahead.
But a broken spirit.
Go ahead.
Drieth the bones.
Uh-huh.
A wicked man taketh a gift out of the bosom to pervert the ways of judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Wisdom is before him that hath understanding, but the eyes of a fool are in the ends of the earth.
Right. The eyes of a fool are the ends of the earth. Keep going.
Oh God. Verse 25. A foolish son.
Wait, what's like it? Where you at?
Verse 25.
No, I need Proverbs 16 and 32.
Oh, Salaki.
No, sorry.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 32.
I was gonna break that down. I was like, that ain't something. I was like, a foolish eye. Go ahead.
He that is slow to anger.
There you go. He that is slow to anger. Go ahead.
Is better than the mighty.
Then is better than the mighty. Go ahead.
And he that ruleth his spirit, than he that taketh a city.
Mm-hmm. Then he that taketh a city. Go ahead.
The lot is cast into the lap.
What does that mean? He that is slow to anger is greater than the mighty. What does that mean? Go ahead.
And somebody who's disciplined is better than somebody who has might and strength.
Perfect. So what?
When you're angry, you know think straight.
Right. It's like this. And we grew up thinking that brothers who was hotheads was crazy. Right? Like, that was crazy, man. He like a firecracker. Well, we didn't say that. We said what we said. Hothead, right? Yeah, hothead, man. Like he'll go off at any second. And we thought them was the crazy cats. You know what I'm saying? But really it's because he didn't have a father. You know what I mean? Just he was acting like his mother.
Right.
You know what I mean? His moms are like that. They're not like fathers. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord said a brother who's slow to anger, he's greater than the mighty. You know what I mean? What the second part say?
Salaki. He says, he that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city.
Right, and a person that can control their spirit is better than the person that can take a city. What does it mean to take a city? If you want to take the city, what does that mean? Go ahead.
Is that being like the most popular?
Yeah, it's someone who, the person that takes the city is a person who, how you say that? If you taken a city, it's like most popular or someone who
has heavy influence.
Yeah, I'll take that. Someone who runs the city. Right. You get what I'm saying? Right. But this person is better because he controls himself. Basically, meaning this brother doesn't have control. He doesn't have self-control. Right? The other brother. But this brother, he can rule his spirit. It's important to the Lord that you can have self-control, because he gave you this body so you can rule over it. If you can't rule over this, then you can't rule over a man. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can't have power if you can't control yourself. Go ahead.
So like, is this also saying like, don't be emotional?
Absolutely. That has to do with self-control, right? Being emotional is, that's like women. You know what I mean? Right. You don't want to I remember I heard this when I was like an officer 50. A brother told me, don't be emotional. It made me be like, God damn. You know what I mean? It made me like, hell no, I ain't never being emotional. His brother told me, stop being emotional. And I was like, damn. It just woke something up in me like, I would never be emotional again and ever. You know what I'm saying? But it's exactly that. You know what I mean? But you want to be a brother that have self-control, who is slow to anger. You want to be like the Lord is, right? The Lord said he's slow to anger, right? So you be the same way the Lord is, man. But he also said he's great in wrath. Right. You know what I mean? It's not cool to be a hothead. It's not cool to get angry super fast. It's not cool. You get what I'm saying? More importantly, when you do get angry, now the person that you're angry with understands, damn, I effed up. Because this brother, he don't never really get angry. For him to be angry at me, I must have messed up. Right. Go ahead. Is
there such thing as controlled anger?
Yeah, there's controlled anger. Every time I got to check the brother, I got controlled anger.
That's good.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I want to say, I want to go there, but it's like, if I have before, it's like, yeah. All right, no sweat. Give me Proverbs 25 and 28.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 25, verse 28.
Mm-hmm.
He that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down.
Go ahead.
And without walls.
You understand that? Him that have no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and has no walls. You're not guarded. You're a person that brothers can't be around. You know what I'm saying? Because you have no power over yourself. You have no barrier. You know what I mean? You're like a city that's broken down with no walls. When you have walls around the city, it's because you're trying to protect the thing that's inside. But you're so broken, you want to break everything around you. Do you understand? Solid. Move on. Oh, it's 9:10. Salakia. Give me I thought it was, wasn't it just 8:43? Oh, my bad. That's a screenshot. Salakia. Give me 1 Corinthians 9 and 25. Did we read that one yet? 1 Corinthians 9 and 25. All right, someone give me Ecclesiastes 7 and 9. Give me 1 Corinthians 9 and 25. Karatazar, give me Matthew 10 and 16. And Kamadar, give me Judges 5 and 11. All right, you give me 1 Corinthians 9 and 25. Natazar.
Okay.
And then Ashkor, give me Ecclesiastes 7 and 9.
All
right, go ahead. Let's go. No sweat.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 9, verse 25. It's 25, right?
Mm-hmm.
And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things.
Man, strive for mastery. That's what the Bible says, right? You want to strive for mastery, man, go and do it, man. Be the person that you want. Like the person that you think about being in your mind, you can be that person. You understand?
Okay.
You know how you want to be like the strongest and the most disciplined and the best teacher, the best speaker, whatever the hell you want to be, the best brother. You can be that person. You can be it. Strive for mastery. Why wouldn't you strive for something like that?
Right.
Whatever is holding you back from that, remove it from your life. Remove it. Get out your way so you can be masterful in all things. It's possible. You know what I mean? Satan holds you back, demons hold you back, but you got to defeat demons. Or if the demon won't leave you, you gotta live with that demon and starve the demon out, right?
Right.
Starve the demon out. Read from the top out.
Okay. The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 9, verse 25.
Mm-hmm.
And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things.
Go ahead.
Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown.
They do it to obtain a corruptible crown. Go ahead.
but we an incorruptible. I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air.
Right. That's it.
That's 26. Sorry.
Right, cons. I ain't need it. But you understand that, right? This is what you're doing. You're striving not for a corruptible crown. You're not doing things in the world that make you better in this world. You can do that by striving for a uncorruptible crown. You can strive for that thing now, right here in this world and the next. You understand? You don't got to do the things in this world to please the white man, please the oppressor, please your family members. Damn that, man. If it's not helping you get to the kingdom of heaven, what you doing it for? Gressler.
It kind of reminds me of that St. Andrews 2:42 when Christ was putting the crowns on the brothers' head, and Ezra asked them who are those brothers, and he told them those are the ones that put off the mortal clothing and put on the spiritual clothing and stood stiffly for the Lord.
And stood so stiffly for the Lord. Right. Now, you know what I'm saying? That's perfect. Perfect. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Give me Ecclesiastes 7:9, I'll score.
Come on, sir. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 6.
Wait, let me break down that last part because I know y'all probably didn't understand that last part. Read the end of 25.
Come on. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an uncorruptible.
That was it?
An incorruptible. So like,
is that it on 25?
That's it for 25.
Okay, sorry, you didn't get it to 26. Give 7 and 9. Let's go.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 9. Be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry.
Man, don't be hasty in your spirit to be angry, man. Go ahead.
For anger rested in the bosom of fools.
Anger resteth in the bosom of fools. That's what that is, man. Someone can't wait to go off. You know what I'm saying? Someone that can't wait to go off on somebody is a fool. Don't be that person. Keep going. Any more?
That's it on verse 9, sir.
Come on, give me the next one. Where we at? Matthew 10 and 16. Who got Judges 5 and 11? And then Nazazak, give me Ephesians 4 and 26.
Okay.
And Ashkor, give me Jeremiah 9 and 23. Go ahead, Graza.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves.
Right. And behold, I send you as sheep in the midst of wolves. Go ahead.
Be ye therefore wise as serpents.
Be there. Now this is, I love this precept. Be ye therefore wise as serpents. Go ahead.
And harmless as doves.
And harmless as a dove, man. You want to have the mindset of a killer that doesn't kill. Y'all get me?
Come on.
You want to kill mentally, spiritually, not physically. But you want to go in there like this cat can harm me. But I'm too wise for them. You want to say something about?
Me, sir?
No, so what? You got your hand up?
No, I ain't ready on it.
Oh, so like, you understand? You want to be a brother who like that. Wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. You don't got to harm nobody. You don't got to harm nobody as long as they ain't trying to harm you, right?
Come on.
You know what I mean? You don't got to bring it to them. You can bring it. You can bring it to them. They try to bring it to you. But more importantly, this is talking about how people treat you and how people can be around you. A lot of people might ask, like, because you know UPK, and we look out for brothers all the time. Now, brothers in the world might start to see that. Brothers in the world might to see how solid you are and how reliable you are, and they want to ask you for favors now. You want to be wise as a serpent, though. You get what I'm saying? You want to be wise as a serpent when dealing with people in the world. Go ahead.
Okay, I said that is correct, because you know when you have the power to hurt somebody, because they kind of come down to when you know somebody that's trying to cause that situation to happen, you shy away from it because you know the devastation of the power you have to hurt somebody, and you don't want to take it there. You know what I'm saying? This you have to.
Yeah,
you know
kind of. I mean, you never want to go there with somebody, you know what I mean? But you want to be wise as a serpent at all times. A serpent is wise. Right? That's why they go kill and eat everything. They're blind. You know that, right? Snakes.
I didn't know it. Wow.
Snakes are blind.
They see like infrared.
Nah. They see with their tongue. That tongue makes them smell and sense everything. And they are smart. And they be in the cut. And they be low key. And then they attack you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, snakes are blind. I don't know about all snakes, so like I know about certain. There's some snakes that are blind. I think they all blind or have horrible vision, one of the two. All right. But you want to be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. You don't want to harm nobody, man. You ain't trying to go against, you know what I mean? You ain't trying to get jumped for saying Christ is black, right? You know what I mean? The motherfucker will jump you. You don't want to tell someone that they're going to hell, or you going to you man, you know when Christ come back, you gonna die.
I remember I was telling his brother about, Christ is black, and then he's like, man, I went to my grandma. My grandma said, you crazy for believing that Christ is black. And I was like, man, I was out the spirit, it's like I just had came to school. I told him, like, man, your grandmother believes in the homosexual Christ. And he wanted to fight me so bad.
Okay.
Maybe that's not the way I should have.
Yeah. Well, nah, you was hardcore with it. I mean, he getting mad because you talking about my grandma, like he's a fool. You know what I mean? The anger is in the bosom of his stomach. Go ahead. I just
want to say, so like you bringing that out, the verse. I was watching Captain Mashak, that the Muslim in the UK.
Yeah.
And that makes me think about him because he was wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove.
Right, and they was all surrounding him too.
Right.
All them Islamites. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who got the other precept for me?
Is it Judges 5:11, sir?
Judges 5:11. Go ahead.
Okay, the book of Judges, chapter 5, verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
They that are delivered from the noise of archers in the places of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord.
Come on, man. Where's that place of drawing water? It's right here. Right here in the hood. Right here in the ghetto where black people are. Right there is where we're going to rehearse the righteous acts. You understand? Right. We're going to rehearse the righteous acts right here. We're going to be what? We're going to keep the law right here. You get what I mean?
Right.
That's where we're going to keep the law. We're going to rehearse it. And why we're going to rehearse it? Because that's what we get to do right now so we can fulfill it in the kingdom of heaven. Right. You know what I mean? We're fulfilling it right now, but in the kingdom of heaven, it's the same thing we're going to be doing. It's going to be normal to us. Right. The Lord said he's going to put it in our inward parts. You understand?
Right.
Solid. All right. Who got the last one for me?
You said Jeremiah, sir.
9 and 23, and then someone give me Nahum 1 and 2.
Come on, sir.
The book of Jeremiah. Not desire.
Did you still want Ephesians?
Yes, Salakia. Give me Ephesians.
Come on.
Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 23.
Mm-hmm.
Thus saith the Lord, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory.
Read from the top again.
Jeremiah 9 and 23.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 24.
No, read 23 again.
Oh, Salakia. Thus saith the Lord, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom.
Don't let the wise man glory in his wisdom. Go ahead.
Neither let the mighty man glory in his might.
Don't let the mighty man glory in his might. Go ahead.
Let not the rich man glory in his riches.
Verse
24. But let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am the Lord, which exercises loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth.
You understand that, right? Y'all get that? Don't glory in nothing else. Don't glory in yourself. Don't glory in what you have. Don't glory in none of that. Don't glory in your might, your strength. Glory in the Lord.
Right.
Glory that you know the Most High. You know that He is I'm about to say Christ. You glory in the Most High and know that He gave you life.
Right.
And you able to be here and serve God. That's what you glory in. You don't glory in nothing else. Like the Lord don't care about nothing else.
Right.
And the crazy thing is the things that you do get that you think is great, it came from the Lord.
Right. Right.
And the moment you start to love those things more than Him is the moment you don't have those things anymore. You understand? So, who got the Ephesians?
Salaki, so you wanted Ephesians 5 and 26?
I think I said 4 and 26.
4 and 26?
Let me see.
The book
5 and 26. Yeah, 4 and 26. Go ahead.
The book of Ephesians chapter 4, verse 26. Be ye angry and sin not.
Y'all know that, right? Be ye angry and sin not. Go ahead.
Let not the sun go down upon your wrath.
Y'all get that? Yeah, man. Don't let the sun go down upon your wrath, man. Don't let the day go down and you pissed off and you want to go do something. Damn that, man. Damn that.
Right.
It's wasted energy to be that angry. You know what I mean? To be that angry about nothing. Be angry about oppression. That's what you be angry about.
Right.
You know what I mean? Don't be angry at nonsense. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let me get Nahum 1 and 2. We be done.
The book of Nahum, chapter 1, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
God is jealous, and the Lord revengeth, and is furious. The Lord will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he will reserve his wrath for his enemies.
You understand, right? The Lord is going to do all that vengeance for you. All the vengeance you want to do, all the vengeance you want to take out on somebody, you want to kill somebody, you want to hurt somebody, man, don't worry about that, man. The Lord said he's going to be an enemy unto your enemy and an adversary unto your adversaries.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about none of those things. You want to go hurt somebody, don't hurt nobody. The moment you hurt somebody, the Lord's going to hurt you. Y'all get that, right?
Sir.
You know what I mean? You have self-control. You do what's right. Do what's right. That's the main thing of tonight. Don't do the thing that makes you feel good, that help you out for a day. Do the thing that is right unto the Lord. And just imagine an angel is following you all day and watching you all day, because there is.
Right.
Come on.
You understand?
Come on.
Live your life like an angel is with you all day, and he's like a brother you just can't see. And would you do this in front of a brother? And the moment you say hell no, then that's the way you live your life, right? What the scripture say earlier, right? Damn. What we go over with the 2000 breakdown?
We went over Jonah.
No, the brother that damn. You want to be ready, right?
Right.
You want to live your life like Christ is coming back tomorrow.
Right.
You know what I mean? Constantly do the right thing. And if you constantly do the right things, it becomes the habits that's seen from everyone. You understand?
Come on.
All right, with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Priest and Officer Oscar. Can you put finish on there in post?
Just call it all, sir.
Yeah.
Men of Israel, Amijam means stand. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amijam Shabbat, Amijam Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakah, Yadi Matah, dismissed.
Damn right. Hold on. Post that though before we start talking.
So when it says, are you sure you want to finish